Salam and welcome. I came across a very interesting interview just now about a very good Afrikaner man, Mr. Neil de Beer, who is the president of the UIM, which is the United Independent Movement. What a chava man, what a goeie man. Yes, like man, I just watched the interview now here on Biznews. Please check the interview out. I don't have the link. I've got a link. I'll put the link at the bottom of the video. It's on June the 2nd, 2024, video title, Meneer de Beer. That's him there, Meneer de Beer. And the title is South Africa, a new radical separatist state. What an intelligent man. For the first time I'm seeing him. I don't watch much TV, but I came across Mr. Neil de Beer. Please, if you know Mr. Neil de Beer, please send him a copy of this video. Send it to his family. Send it to all the de Beer families and send it to all the Afrikaner families in the land. As I said, I'm making a whole series of programs upon the Afrikaner Nasi. And why I like the Afrikaners, I made on the previous program. You can watch the other video as well. But today, why I'm so passionate about today's program, when I watch this video, Mr. Neil de Beer, just listen to how he is talking. What a wonderful man. This is a man who gave insight into his personal experience, into his life experience. And the Hiriman, he's also got cancer. Okay, he's undergoing radiotherapy and chemotherapy. And why I found a bond with him, because I got a spinal disability. Okay, and I've been shot. I'm sitting in bed, 20 hours in bed in quarantine. So when this Mr. Neil de Beer spoke about how he's trying to hold up the banner of justice, what a good man. So very briefly, these are some of the quotations from Mr. Neil de Beer. This is what he said on the program. And he said, South Africa now has two ideologies. People vote on tribe or race. Mr. Neil de Beer said, I have always fought for justice in my life. Justice is the cornerstone and truth will follow. What a beautiful quotation he gives there. And then he says, at a point, the apartheid system to me became unjust. I respect a lot of people, like there are a lot of Afrikaners, even a lot of professors, who then realized that they were being fooled by the people and the country, the pastors, and everyone were putting their brains in the cage. But then they realized that apartheid was injustice, and then they broke away from it. So a lot of the whites also supported the blacks, the Indians, and the colors, and we must always respect and they remember that. So we must always remember that 90% of the people in the world are good, 10% are rotten apples. We must not tarnish everyone because of the rotten apples. Okay, then what else did Mr. de Beer said? He said it was all about justice, not because of black or white. And this is very important. Listen to what Mr. de Beer says here. A person has the right to come to that pinnacle point in his mind to adjudicate what is right and what is wrong. Some people make the decision, but they go on with life and don't get up to fight for it. I did. I got up and said that this is an injustice. And so I joined Nkonto with Sizwe and I drank the oros served by Nelson Mandela. What beautiful words. Hey, Iriman is a poet, Neil de Beer. Right, Neil de Beer. So I'm doing Neil de Beer very quickly. And he sounded a bit down. He formed this party, the UIM, and then he said, look, despite all the efforts, I've lost my spectacles, despite all the efforts, they got only about 40,000 votes, but that was much better than what the other parties got were long established. So he did a marvelous job. So my main point today, I just want to get this other document here. My main point today for Mr. de Beer, I wrote it somewhere, okay, I've got it here. For Mr. de Beer is not to give up hope. Don't give up hope. Okay, you got 40,000 votes. There were a lot of people who had apathy. A lot of people did not vote. So please, Mr. de Beer, this country needs you. Country needs people with social justice who are holding up the banner of justice. Because you are holding up the banner of justice, then yay as my broer. Anyone who holds up the banner of justice, then we are brothers in this fight for justice in this land. And as what I always say is, 90% of the people in the world are good. 90% of the people in this country are good. 90% of Christians are good. 90% of Indians are good. 90% of blacks are good. 90% of Indian, black, white, colored are good. 90% Malays are good. 10% of every nationality. 90% of Muslims are good. 90% of Christians are good. 90% Hindus. So 90% of everybody is good. Let's leave out the rotten apples. Don't let the rotten apples destroy us. We good people, we must stand together. So please, next time, the UIM, please persevere. Don't give up your hope. You got 40,000. Focus, strategize. Next time you'll get 400,000, if not 4 million. We must wakker up the mense. Wakker up the mense. They must go vote, please. If you don't go vote, you are wasting your vote. You will get the government you did not vote for. Then don't complain. You get people you don't like because you're sitting at home. You're not voting. Then there's no point complaining. Go there and make your vote count. I mean, Nelson Mandela suffered for 27 years in jail all over Tambo. So many people struggled for this opportunity to have a democracy. Then we sitting in back, we don't want to vote. No, I'm too busy. You all don't know what apartheid was about. We struggled a lot. So, Meneer De Beer, please, he is a Chava man, he is a good man. So, please, you sounded a bit down today. I know you got cancer, and I wish you all the success. As a doctor, I know how difficult it is to have cancer, right? Myself, I'm also going through difficulty, but because I'm a medical person, I can cope. I can cope with my illness. Although it's not easy, it's very difficult. But I'm telling you, Mr. De Beer, don't give up hope. Be strong. I support you. I support your family. You must always remember two things. Don't only ask the sick man, how is he? Ask his wife and the children. Ask his family, how are you all doing? Because many people forget the caregiver. The caregiver goes through a lot of suffering. When that cancer hits that family, the whole family is affected. So, Mr. De Beer, please continue with your radiotherapy. I'm happy to hear you are in remission. Be strong, be mentally strong. But remember, don't quit. You're fighting two cancers. The one cancer is in your personal life. The second cancer is the cancer in this society. So you need to fight both the cancers. And ons gaan wen, ons gaan saamwerk. So please, very quickly, you know this poem. This is a poem called Don't Quit. Okay, this is called Don't Quit. The writing is very small there. I'll just read it out for you. And the second one I'm going to read out for you. It's called If. This one is called If. I don't know if you can see that. If my writing is a doctor's scribbling writing. If by Rudyard Kipling. I will just read few stanzas. Please go and Google it. Very nice poems. Very quickly. So this is for Mr. Neil De Beer and for Almal in South Africa. If you are going through difficulty, listen to these words of these poems. If you are suffering, if you think that life is an uphill struggle, please listen to these poems very quickly. Don't quit. And listen to the words. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, it's guaranteed things are going to go wrong. When the road you're traveling seems all uphill, when the funds are low, you got no money, and the debts are high, you're owing everyone money, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. You just say, yes, like. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Okay, that's the one poem. It's a very long poem, 18 stanzas. I'll very quickly go to it. Now, this one here, listen to this one here. It's called If by Rudyard Kipling. Very powerful words. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. You know, everyone just wants to blame you when things go wrong. If you can trust yourself when all men around you are doubting you, but you make allowance for their doubting, you say, okay, fine, they don't understand what I'm doing. If you can wait, but you don't be tired by waiting, you must have patience, but wait. Or being lied about. You know, people are lying about you, but you don't lie about them. No, you mustn't be going to the gutter with them. If people lie about you, they're in the gutter. Don't lie about them. Don't join them in the gutter. Or being hated. If they hate you, but don't give way to hating them. You must be the better person. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and just treat these two imposters just the same. Triumph is an illusion. Failure is an illusion, but we need to focus. Don't be too hung up on that. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by your enemies to make a trap for fools, watch the things you gave your life to. Everything is broken. Your dreams are broken. But you say, I will not give up. You bend down and you pick it up piece by piece. And you say, I will start from scratch again. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, every minute counts. Yours is the earth and everything that is in it. So, Meneer De Beer, don't give up. South Africa needs kind people like you who are holding up the banner of justice. And this message is not only for Mr. De Beer, it's for all the men of our Indian land, black, white, brown, yellow, Indian, colored, almal. If you are studying, trying for your exams, don't give up. If you are trying to get that job, don't give up. You are sending your CVs to everyone, don't give up. As what I said, please support me. I've got spinal disability. I'm a medical doctor, a scientist. I got 4 degrees from University of Witwatersrand, but I'm unemployed. got home invasion, 3 bullets, spinal disability, also a stroke, problem with the heart and lungs, have difficulty breathing. So please help me grow my channel, subscribe, help me grow, press the like button. I love your comments. I apologize, I can't reply to all your comments. I have difficulty typing many of the answers, but your thoughts and your ideas are fabulous. South Africa is a wonderlijke land. So please give me your thoughts, send me your hearts, give me your encouragement. I'm sending you my hearts. I love the way you're encouraging me, because sometimes it's very difficult. I spend 20 hours every day in bed, in quarantine for the past 10 years. I only go out once or twice a year, in a year's time, 1 or 2 times a year. But I'm not looking for pity. Ek is nog mentally strong, but sometimes things can get hard. So that's why I was so happy to hear Mr. De Beer. Please, Mr. De Beer, don't give up. The UIM will be stronger, and we together, South Africa needs people like you. 60%, as I said, don't let people put your brain in a cage. We know we've got tribalism and racism. We're becoming a separatist type of state. But don't worry. We focus on what is good. 90% of the people are good. So we focus on the good. Let's not worry about the rotten apples. South Africa is a wonderlijke land. Ons is goeie mense hier. This is a beautiful land. Ons had wonderwerkers in hierdie land. We have good people in this land who are holding up the banner of justice. And I am the firm philosophy that truth prevails over falsehood, and truth shall rise up. Okay, so stay well. Lekker bly. Jan Pierewit, Jan Pierewit, Jan Pierewit, stand still. Jan Pierewit, Jan Pierewit, Jan Pierewit, stand still. Goeiemôre my man, daar's koffie aan die kan. Goeiemôre my vrou, is 'n swinkie vir jou. Bright place, rugby, sunny skies and BMW. Play lekker. We South Africans must work together. We're going to get this country right, no matter how difficult it is. Shoshaloza means we are going uphill, but we're going to fight. We're going to climb that Mount Everest. We're going to first get to Table Mountain, and we're going to make this land a beautiful land for us and our children and our grandchildren. We can't go anywhere. We are born here, we're going to die here. This is our motherland and our fatherland. Stay well, we need more people. So today's personality, the Afrikaner, I like this man, good man. Previously I spoke about Chris Barnard and Eugene Marais and ElonMusk and Charlisetheron and candiceswanepoel. And now today we are talking about ons vriend, meneer Neil de Beer. Support him. He is the president of the United Independent Movement. We need people like this. Support him at the next election. From 40,000, I want to see 400,000. If not 4, I want to see 4 million for this man. He is a goeie man. He is a lekker man. Support him. Stay well. Alhamdulillah.